my dear Cancer. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of September with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you want to watch the channel's readings in advance and free from ads, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check this out to check out the different levels through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. I can also recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for August because that's the energy right now and this will be the prediction for September. I will start shuffling your cards and I use the Golden Universal Tarot. When I open your deck here, I see Justice and Hermit in the reversed. So it seems like you or your person has felt like the world is unfair and kind of withdrawn from the action. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Ten of Swords together with the Hermit. So it's a little bit the energy of deciding that the world is a very harsh and unfriendly place. So I will not try to reach out to anyone. Hell is other people. So it might be your partner thinking like this, or maybe you are recognize yourself in these thoughts. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we can see a person shying away from communication, don't want to go close to what they are really feeling in their heart, or don't want to discuss their feelings because what's the use? It's a person that has kind of given up hope a little bit. Okay, so I call the 6 elements and here we have the 7 of Swords with the 2 of Swords. So it seems like this is a little bit a lie, or it's like a game this person is playing, acting like they don't care and that they have given up hope and they were never particularly invested in the first place. Okay. So I want to see what's behind this attitude here. The Lady of the Gift. Generosity, receiving. I think withholding is the key word here. So I will read this for you. Just finding. The Lady of the Gift says that the act of withholding isn't welcome in her world. In fact, withholding information is another way of lying, like the 7 of Swords that we saw. Are you doing this? Perhaps someone is doing this to you, withholding something in order to keep you manipulated and controlled, so you believe deep down you're not quite good enough. Now is the time for you to address the concept of withholding. If you see this in any aspect of your life, it's time for a change, and also being aware of the fact of what you see. Giving to others with the idea of getting something in return is also being warned against here. The best way out of this mire is to give with honesty and with an open heart and without expectations. The Lady of the Gift challenges you to be generous and compassionate. You can always start again. That doesn't mean you stay and continue giving and giving and giving and giving in a situation where you get nothing back. You know, you give with grace and then you go and give to someone else. That might be, a little bit more open to giving and receiving. Okay, so 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancers to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you and the person most on your mind and your relationship in September. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Emperor here. So I think it's about putting boundaries, but also maybe facing an energy or a person or a situation which is a little bit hard to get close to. But it usually mirrors something inside of you, that if a person is very hard to get close to, you are to investigate your own boundaries. Are you letting people in too far or not letting them in at all? And are you different in different situations? Maybe you are giving everything in one situation and not anything in another situation. And this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's the 6 of Swords here, King of Cups and 2 of Cups in the reverse. So I can see this is a little bit like a martyr energy. This person that I think you gave a lot of love to this person, and then maybe you didn't. And now they are kind of whining about it. So that's what I'm feeling there. Okay. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. This is situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. Here is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, and their feelings towards you. Your behaviors and attitudes, outcome for September, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here, and we have the Magician. So it's about communication, but it's also about manipulating and withholding communication. So I think someone has been playing you a little bit in a relationship, maybe trying to manipulate you in some way, maybe manipulating you to give more than what they wanted to give you. They might have sat on a throne in the tower here and played very hard to get, is what I'm feeling there. And this is what's on your mind with this person, and it kind of says that you don't want to give to this situation anymore, since the other person is not only withholding but also using manipulation to get what they want from you. So this doesn't feel for you as an honest relationship, and therefore you just decide that it's not worth your energy and it's not worth your time. And this is their point of view, or what's on their mind with you. And they think that they can manipulate you even further by not giving to you. And this can go on for, weeks and months, even years for some of you. It's both Virgo energy actually here. So it kind of points to September. And this like people are acting like they don't need each other. That might be true. But it's really a manipulation and a game. Maybe for you it's not. Maybe you gave all that you could, and now the store is closed because you gave all your merchandise to this person and it was never enough for them. And we saw here when we looked at the old bottom of the deck that they were sulking about your closed shop there and kind of becoming a little bit martyr about it, but unable to see how they caused the situation or what they brought into the picture to kind of make it a little bit worse. So this is the bond between you two, and we see the 6 of Wands, and comes from your end and towards this person. So I think you would want to have a peaceful solution to this situation. You would want like both of you to be winners here, not only this person to win out of their ability to manipulate you and give or withhold love from you. You would want a win-win situation. You see that both people could benefit from a giving and receiving kind of relationship instead of a lopsided relationship. But for some reason this person wants to be sitting in this ice landscape high in their tower and feel safe, and that doesn't feel safe for you. You feel like the peasants that live down the valley from that castle and being exploited by this emperor in this tower. And you would want to have more equal win-win situations. On an emotional level, we can say that you feel a little bit used, but you also feel like you are the one with the resources that the other person needs, because they will starve sitting here in the tower without anyone coming with any food to them, because nothing grows here in the mountains, particularly since it's very cold. So we'll see their feelings then. 9 of Wands in the reversed. They feel very unjustly treated. So again, this person is unable to see how they have contributed to this situation, that they actually didn't give all that they could give, and they didn't try to cooperate and create win-win situations. They just probably saw you as an enemy in some way, and that they what buttons they needed to push to get what they wanted from you, and that there was never a question of a real and fair relationship at this level. It might have been on other levels, but just here, when this person shows up this little bit traumatized, hurt, withdrawn, I think it's coming to a point where the person is not going to be able to not see what they are doing anymore. So that's good, but they are really feeling like a victim here. And I can clearly see that they did this to themselves. And here we can see that you have offered a great many things, and you're still open for suggestions or like finding a solution and creating a win-win situation. And this person is all about just keeping you in the dark. If their manipulation didn't work, then they get angry with you and withdraw even more. So strange energy. So I'm going to take from the brutally honest to see a little bit more what's going on with this person. I was never good enough for you. This might be true. You might have always told them what kind of relationship you wanted, what kind of person you wanted a relationship with, and they were never able to live up to that. But I also think that it's connected to this with withholding, because you were trying to tell to them what kind of relationship you needed that wouldn't be about withholding, but actually like a mutual give and take. And but this person took it very personally and made it about them and how cruel you have been to them, because you never let them feel like they were good enough. For me, money is important, and I was a fool. I think they're still a little bit of a fool, because they are not able to see how they are creating this situation with the distance, and they are not being fed now in this harsh landscape in the tower, and you have resources to kind of feed yourself, because there's an element of self-love here and an element of seeing I have things to offer and I can still offer things. But this person is a little bit like a taker, and they can't create things for themselves. That's why maybe like worldly goods is important to this person, prestige, social leverage or hierarchy, to be on top over another person, or to earn a lot of money or be successful with business or other things is important, because they are fearful of starving, because they need like energy from other people. They're a little bit like an energy vampire, but they explain this as them being the fool. And I think it has to do with this low consciousness, where the person isn't able to see how they themselves shoot themselves in the foot, and that it would be easier if they were able to open up and be a little bit more generous. Then people would gladly give to them, and they could be in a beautiful exchange of give and take. But well, that's not happening. So this is your behaviors and attitudes. So to no surprise, you seem to be looking for other options here to find if there's someone else that's more open-hearted and might want to live under different circumstances together with you, give and take in a more equal manner. It's 3 of Wands, so it's very much like you are you're decisive of what you want, and you don't want to compromise unnecessarily about things that's essential to you. So I definitely feel like you're looking elsewhere for a new situation or a new partner. And here we have the King, the Knight of Pentacles, and this is their behaviors and attitudes. So they're not really progressing, but they are not really moving away from you either. So I'm sensing, again, that this person might not have tools to create a beautiful life for themselves, and they don't have the tools to really move away from that castle in a mountain, or even move away from you. So we'll see where it goes with that. But here's the outcome for September, and we have the Four of Cups in reversed. So there's a little bit as if the divine is saying that there's a chance that this person will soon find out, because the Four of Cups is in the reversed, that they will see how they have, being offered a lot of love and cooperation and other things, and they have said, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, and I don't want to give, and I don't want to give, and I'm withholding, and I'm withholding. So it's a black horse still, so they might take a little bit of time. This might be the goal, which we are seeing, that the divine hopes that this person will start to see that like their own side to things, the black horse here, how they, with their emotions, their expectations, their behaviors have created this a little bit situation between you two, where nobody wants to give and nobody wants to be generous. So see if we can find some advice for you here. The Well Watcher, Wisdom, Power of the Divine, 7. It opened directly. So the Well Watcher signals that there's a need to go within to contemplate the true source of power in the world, which is that of the divine and your higher self. This is a message to let you know that you're being called to the well, and this unseen power will be there and will be yours to align with. This affirmation and prayer will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolution to your life. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. You will know the way forward by the still small voice within. The divine also may answer your call by sending others to help guide you. So you seem to be ready for a good mutual relationship, and here you're asking for to have a good mutual relationship. It's very likely that the divine would want to send you such a relationship. Okay, so we'll see later with the romance angels, but now I want to see a little bit your input in this. I miss you more than I want to admit. So you're still kind of open for business here and ready to invest yourself in this situation. If this person would just show a little bit eagerness, a little bit openness, a little bit I want you, I need you, I love you, and you would be ready to make an effort. But I love someone else. It might be that you have already found someone, or you want to find someone, and there's an energy of a person that might be more loyal and more worth it, but maybe you are still a little bit hooked up on this person. I think that with time, you would not remember this person as vivid as you are doing now, if you would continue pursuing this other possible destiny for yourself. Okay, so even if they don't feel you might not, you don't have the same history, maybe you don't have the same, like, all these memories and other things, but you can make memories with this new person. I don't think you ever truly loved me. I don't think I ever truly knew you. I think this person is, kind of impossible to know, or they are not able to display very much love. It's a very closed off person that might be oversensitive and overwhelmed, but by acting like this, they are overwhelming and oversensitize other people by stealing their stuff and being impossible. So I don't think anyone can really know this person, because they are withholding a lot of both information and, both about what they feel and what they want and their dreams and what they think about you and what they think about this and that. a very secretive person, but it's because they think that the whole world is like their enemy or out to get them or something similar to that. So I will see what the divine wants to say about this situation. So keep an open mind. I think it's for this. I love someone else, and the Three of Wands, that your soulmate might differ from your usual type and expectations. It's a little bit an alarm bell when you fall in love with someone, because if you have a history of falling in love with people that's not good for you, or like if they are often like this, closed off or unavailable, if you fall in love with someone, that will probably mean, you finally found your next unavailable person. So try to keep an open mind, maybe retrain yourself, recondition yourself to be able to love someone that actually are interested in you and where there's a mutual give and take. So that's a possibility, but you might not be able to see it because you have maybe a certain pattern of falling in love with people that's unavailable. And when there comes a person that's available, you might take them for granted or not be feeling like all googly-eyed in love with them, but it's because they don't match your wound. And if you want to live in paradise, you shouldn't search for a relationship that matches your wound. You should search for a person that's, nice and open and giving, and have a nice smell maybe, or, soft skin on their hands, or something else that, you're drawn to. And here we have codependency. Addiction are affecting your romantic life. We see that this relationship here is very hopelessly unbalanced. One person is open and ready for business, and the other one has closed shop and living on a mountain hill in a frosty landscape. So you're very different. And if you want love with this person, you would have to chase them and, overwhelm them with gifts and loves and kisses. And they might give you, like their little finger, and you give them your whole body, your whole soul, your whole mind, your everything. So that would really create a very codependent situation. So I think this person isn't good for you. Get them out of your mind, okay? Start dating other people that's better options for you and that have better personality and better qualities. So that's what I want to say about the person most on your mind. I would urge you to watch your reading, their True Thoughts and Feelings, in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. It will probably tell you more about this story, or even show it from another angle. Or the Reading Your Next Relationship from the Who is Coming Towards You playlist. You can see if you will actually find someone new and who that might be. You can also watch the next 3 months love prediction to get the longer perspective into October, where your love life is heading. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign with all the latest videos to watch. And if you want to watch the channel's reading in advance and ads-free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. So thank you so much for watching. Take really good care, and bye-bye.